Good morning and welcome to Fast Horses Today for Sunday. It is closing day. It's October 26th, closing day at Santa Anita, the great race place. They've got a mandatory payouts in all of their pools today, so if you're interested in those, they do have to pay those out today, being the closing day. I've got some races that I do like, and I'm going to make some win bets throughout the day there at Santa Anita. So let's get started. We're going to get started in the second race of the day. Second race has an approximate post time, about 1:30 Pacific, so that's 3:30 here in the Central Time Zone. In the second race, they're going a mile in the dirt, and these are Calbreds, first level allowance Calbreds, 3-year-olds and up, as I mentioned, going a mile in the dirt. I've got a win bet that I like here, that being on the 7 horse, Brunch and Crunch. Brunch and Crunch comes out of the Richard Baltus barn, and Abel Lascano's on the horse. Now, Lascano has ridden this horse the last 2 times over at Del Mar, and he ran in sprint races there. And he had a common theme to his 2 races, his most recent 2 races. He broke out kind of poorly. I don't know, he just kind of struggles out of the gate, but the horse certainly has a lot of ability because he did come up and win a 6 furlong sprint in a very nice way. They followed that up in an allowance race. He also had the rail that day. He ended up breaking poorly. After that break, the jock took him very wide, and the horse just kind of finished up, beating the field, half of the field there. So it's kind of an even effort. I don't fault him for that. So they're sending this horse 2 turns today. I think this horse should really like 2 turns, being by Richard's Kid. Richard's Kid could certainly run all day. And then the mare, the broodmare of this horse, the mom, she has a horse out there, a sibling here, that has won a couple races 2 turns on the turf. So I don't think 2 turns is a problem here. I don't think the dirt's a problem since this horse has gotten it done on the dirt. I think the 2 sprints should set this horse up nicely in this route. 9-2, Abel Lascano. We'll see if we can get that kind of price on Brunch and Crunch, but I'm going to make a win bet in the second race on the 7, Brunch and Crunch. Next race we're going to play today is the 4th race. 4th race is going a mile on the grass. These are maiden special weights, and these are 2-year-old fillies. So some nice horses here, maybe some future nice performers, some future stars maybe in California we might see come out of this race. I do have a win bet that I'm going to make here in the 4th race, that being on the 5 horse, who is Island Home. Island Home comes out of the Michael McCarthy barn. Kazushi Kimura takes the call. This horse by Maxfield out of a Cairo Prince mare. So certainly, turf should be what she likes to do. They paid a pretty good amount of money here, the Ammerman stables. That's $275,000 on this horse. Now, she has the benefit of having run one time. She ran a mile at Santa Anita, which is what they're doing here. So that was earlier in the month. I thought she ran a nice race. She had an easy trip throughout most of it. Maybe a little traffic in the stretch. I don't know that it cost her anything, but I thought the race was a nice race. I thought it was an education, and I think it'll really do her a lot of good coming into this second start. I think McCarthy's, does a lot better work in his second start than he does in the first start. I think Island Home's going to be really tough here. 7-2. I would love to get 7-2 on this horse. We'll have to see, if this horse gets bet on. Kimura, as I mentioned, takes the ride again. I think Kimura does a lot of his really good work on the turf. He was a strong finishing jock. I think that's what this horse will be doing. So we'll make a win bet in the 4th race on the 5 horse, who is Island Home. All right, now let's move over to the 6th race of the day. 6th race is a maiden special weight. These are state-bred, California-bred horses. These are 2-year-olds. And these horses are going 6.5 on the grass. Now, that's the flat grass there at Santa Anita. So they're going flat grass, 6.5 on the turf. And I have a win bet here that I'm going to make. And it's similar to what I'm going to make in the 4th race. So this is another Michael McCarthy horse. This horse ridden by Ricardo Gonzalez. That would be Dark Blue. Dark Blue is 6-1 in the program. I'm going to make a win bet on Dark Blue. Now, as I mentioned, I do like McCarthy in his second start. I think his horse has run much better. And this horse is running in his second start. So his first time out, the horse they put the horse on the turf at 6 furlongs. So it was a 6 furlong sprint at Santa Anita. I thought the horse ran a nice, even race. John Velasquez was in the ride that day. I can't remember which stake race he was in for, but Velasquez had the mount this day. The horse just ran a nice, even race. And I think it's an education here. I think the horse will be much better second time out. This horse being by Maxfield and out of a Sky Mesa mare, turf should be fine. Maxfield's, we've been seeing a lot of nice horses out of Maxfield. He's a fairly new sire, and they've been seeming to do a lot of different things. So Maxfield horses, keep on the lookout of those. I think Dark Blue will be ready to go here at 6-1. Gonzalez takes the call. Now, Gonzalez, disappointed me big time yesterday. I wish he would have put a better ride on that 2-horse in the 8th race. But, these things do happen. Sometimes you're the victim of racing luck or racing bad luck. So anyway, I think Gonzalez should be fine on this horse at 6.5. Work out a nice trip, should finish up strongly. We'll see if we can get 6-1 on Dark Blue. I don't know, but I'm going to make a win bet here on the 6th race on the 2-horse Dark Blue. So I'm hopefully making it a Michael McCarthy day as well as an Ammerman Racing day. So got them in 2 different races here. We're leaning heavily on Michael McCarthy. All right, now let's recap the day and recap the bets for closing day at Santa Anita. Okay, so for Sunday, October 26th, this is closing day at Santa Anita Park, the great race place. We've got 3 win bets to make here. We're going to move over to the 2nd race and bet the 7, Brunch and Crunch. 4th race, the 5-horse, Island Home. 6th race, the 2-horse, Dark Blue. And those are the 3 win bets I'm going to make for today. If you see fit, you want to make these plays, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to use these horses in some of your multi-race wagers, they do fall into some of those. I wish you the best of luck with what you decide to do. Let's wish the folks over at Santa Anita a very safe day racing of their closing day in their meet here in the autumn. And let's wish ourselves some good luck and some good trips. That always makes a difference in getting winners. So let's hope for that. I thank you so much for watching Fast Horses today and listening to the picks. We've had a nice audience, an increased audience lately, more subscribers. Thank you to everybody who hit that subscribe button from day 1 up until yesterday. Appreciate everybody. If you haven't done so, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It just serves you up the content for free. You can always like, dislike, make comments. I promise to respond to everything. Let's try to make this a great day in closing out the meet over at Santa Anita, the great race place. And this week, we'll have coverage for the Breeders' Cup over at Del Mar upcoming. So we'll have a couple additional shows at Fast Horses today. Thank you very much.